Hello there, my air gun enthusiasts. Jay back at it again. Now, as y'all know, my bbtac M61 had to get a new paint job. But as you can tell, the scope matches it just nicely. I did a nice little camo on it this one. Now, I can't complain because I like this camo a lot better than the other job. But the other job was my favorite color. Unfortunately, they ran out of that paint. I couldn't get any more of it. And it had the alligator skin look to it because I didn't sand down the plastic on this bad boy. So keep that in mind when you're painting your guns. If you got a nice polymer stock, you don't have to worry about that. But when you got a light featherweight plastic stock and you can tell it's a cheap plastic, you gotta do the full prep. You gotta sand it down, wash it, then you gotta clean it with alcohol, then you gotta use that 3M adhesive promoter. So, I got a better paint job on it, but unfortunately, and I'm gonna show you the barrel. You can probably see the cracks in the barrel because the paint job did the alligator skin on that too. Reason why? Because I forgot to sand that down. So, lesson learned, mistake. It happens to all of us. But as you can tell, nice gold design. And even got one set up on the scope. So the gun is empty. But one thing I did have to do to this thing, and I found out that the borer brush and the cleaning felt brush that you can put on the end of a snake for a 22 air rifle will fit this. So that's what I used to clean the barrel out. And it worked because it had a lot of dirt in it. Factory, not factory, but the manufacturers and all that, that's something that they don't do when they manufacture these guns. They just put them together, throw them on out there, and it's up to us to do that cleaning. But it's a lot better, so I can't complain. It did help the accuracy out a lot. But unfortunately, with the .20 BBs, they're not that great. They're just way too light. You'll get like 3, 4 in a row that hits the same spot. Then you got like 6 flyers. Then you're back to 3, 4, maybe 5 hits to 6 flyers. So I got some heavier ones coming in. I got .25s, I got .30s, and I got .36. Hopefully they'll get here tomorrow so that I get to test those out. And I more or less will probably have to resight my scope in. If not, adjust the hop up. So I got the scope set for the lighter BBs because they just drop off and fly different directions. It shouldn't be too much work to do, but that should be an easy fix. I can't wait to test that out. But this thing is nice and smooth. Of course, the gun is empty. I took the magazine out. And inside the house, it's going to make a lot more pop because it's echoing in here. Outside, you could barely hear this thing. It's quiet. I snuck up on stray cats and popped them with the BBs to run them off out of here. All them things was jumping all over the place like they had hot potatoes going on them. But I like it because it don't cause a lot of damage or pain. And come to find out, this doesn't do half the damage that I expected it would because it's shooting around 400 to 420 feet per second. I thought that would really cause some problems. But the Daisy Red Rider claimed to shoot 3 to 350. It's actually shooting less than that. And that will actually penetrate compared to this if you shoot an animal with it. So, the Daisy Red Rider, if you're shooting at 20 yards, you ain't got to worry about it penetrating skin. But if you're like 5 to 10 yards, it probably will penetrate the skin on them. This thing right here, they just bounce right off them. Plastic BBs, they're not going to do a whole lot to it. But I love this baby. This is my new girl, Roxanne, y'all. And if you want to spend the money on it, go ahead, shop Amazon. Get you the bbtac M41. You're going to find it anywhere from $79 to $88. I ended up paying $88 for mine because I had it on back order when I first seen the price drop on it. Now this gun was running around $129 to $149. But I saw it drop down to where it said $88 and I pressed the buy now. It wasn't in stock for buy now, so it was on back order. Patiently waited. I think it took like 2.5 months and I finally got the notification that it was on its way. 2 weeks later, I had this sucker at my house. I think it lasted 2 days with just being shiny black, and I couldn't take it. Just like I do with all my guns, I do a custom paint job on them. Only got one gun I didn't do a custom paint job. That's because I did a little carbon fiber trim work on it. And that's my Umarex Broad X. Ooh, I love that pistol. Got me a nice dotted sight on that sucker. Got a flashlight on the bottom of it, and that thing just rocks. Anyway, y'all, hope y'all out doing some plinking or doing some small game hunting with your air rifles and having a good time. I sure am. This is Jay signing off, and y'all have a good day, my fellow air rifle enthusiasts.